Hey, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Vicki Chats podcast. So, if you've spent any time downtown Waterloo, then you know you've heard the music, seen the crowds, or found yourself wondering what event was happening right now. From packed Jeopardy competitions and meat raffles to open mic nights, prime rib Saturdays, Irish Fest celebrations on the way, and unforgettable community gatherings, Jeremy Jones continues to create experiences that keep people coming back. And through Screaming Eagle American Bar and Grill and Bootlegger's Kitchen and Bar, Jeremy has built more than restaurants. He's built destinations, places where friends meet, strangers become regulars, local talent takes the stage, and every week offers something new to look forward to. This month, we're talking about events, creating all that buzz, the power of bringing people together, and what's ahead for two of Waterloo's most talked about venues. Let's turn it up once again and make some noise with Jeremy Jones.
Awesome. Thanks for having me, Vicki. It's always a pleasure to be here.
Oh, it's always a pleasure and an honor to have you here. So, Jeremy, Screaming Eagle has become known for giving people a reason to get out of the house. So, why do you think people are craving experiences like that now more than ever?
Well, I think lately it's been more the weather and some of these, local events, the county fairs, the town festivals are happening. And fortunately for us, we've become a starting or an ending point for that because we do offer something more than just a meal and a television. So
Yeah, there you
having
go.
those people come visit us is very appreciated.
Nice. Have you ever learned something during Jeopardy that made you stop and think, I had no idea?
Yeah, actually, this happened last week.
Ooh.
The subject matter was name the most portrayed literary character in film history.
Ooh.
And for some reason, I got it right. It's the first name that popped into my head, but the answer is Sherlock Holmes.
Oh, yeah.
I would have thought maybe like Frankenstein or Dracula or something.
Yeah, one of those guys.
But yeah, I thought that was very interesting.
I love it. And Jeopardy night just continues to draw that crowd. What surprises you most about the people who show up ready to compete?
Honestly, it's just really how smart some people are. We've got some
Wow.
geniuses in this room on Wednesdays, and it continues to build.
Yay.
Our next one is actually tonight at 7 p.m.
I
So
love it.
we're looking forward to have a lot of folks there, and maybe we'll get a new winner.
Yeah,
This
there you
week,
go.
So that'll be fun.
That'll be a lot of fun. Okay, meat raffles. They've developed a loyal following. What is it about the combination of suspense, community, and prizes that keeps people coming back?
Yeah, the meat raffles have been interesting. As far as I know, we're the only restaurant in the Cedar Valley doing one. And whenever I tell
Oh,
people that we're doing them on a monthly basis, the biggest response I get was, yeah, like what they do in Wisconsin. So apparently Wisconsin's like the meat raffle capital of the country.
I
And
love it.
so just, with the price of
Yes.
groceries and everything, just having the chance to maybe fill your freezer or have a couple meals, it gets people fired up. We have a lot of fun with it. We tell jokes, we have drinks and play music, and it just ends up being a really great afternoon. And that happens at Bootleggers on the second Saturday of every month at 2 p.m.
I love it. Second Saturday of every month at 2. And forthcoming, the America's 250th birthday party vacation giveaway with Colab Media that will be creating a lot of excitement. So, what do you love most about hosting events where somebody walks away with a life changing prize?
Yeah, that's a good question. I just people come out for different events, and I think that they treat themselves to stuff like that. And this
Mhm.
event's so much different because one, it's a weeknight,
Yeah,
so those folks that spend their weekends at home or catching up on work or whatever,
right.
they get an opportunity to come out to a really really fun event, have a party, maybe catch some live music. We're planning on providing some live music for this. I'll announce that band in the next week or so. It's going to be a
Woo.
really fun night. A lot of us are looking forward to it, and I think we're going to have a big party downtown.
Wow. Okay, so Bootleggers has become a gathering place for people who simply want a great night out. How do you describe the personality of Bootleggers?
Much different than Screaming Eagle, and I think it's also much different than anywhere else in the Cedar Valley. We have that moonshine country theme, kind of an old barnwood, barn dance
Mhm.
type atmosphere. We're playing
Mhm.
country music and classic rock. It's become a big after work destination. We got some great happy hour specials. And just seeing someone come in that maybe has never been to Bootleggers before, it wows them to see how much different our environment is, our menu is than any of the other places in the Cedar
Yes.
Valley. So that makes me feel good that we're offering something new.
I love that. Open mic nights can be unpredictable in the best possible way. What's the most memorable performance you've seen so far?
We had a younger guy come in a few weeks ago
Oh,
and got on stage and just wowed everybody. Everyone was
really?
just like, "Wow, who is this guy? Where is he from?" Because
Ooh.
that open mic night, a lot of those guys that perform, they're all buddies because they're all
Yeah.
musicians. They have that commonality. So to have someone different come in and people get excited about, it's like, all right, we got a new guy we can hang out with or a new
Yes.
gal, and we've got banjo players, and we have a guy with coming and playing accordion now once in a while.
I
So
love
you just never
it.
know what's going to happen. So that's
Right.
fun.
And those are on Tuesday nights?
Tuesday night, 7 p.m.
Mm,
at Bootleggers.
I
Yeah.
can't wait. Also, Saturday prime rib nights will become a tradition for many guests. What makes a great food tradition so powerful? And when does it start?
Um, yeah, I think the prime rib thing has been a more of a fall winter thing. We had fish fry Fridays going on for a while. We're gonna
Mhm.
bring those back in the fall along with prime rib. So we'll have fish fry Friday, prime rib Saturday. Prime rib will probably
Mm.
start the Saturday after Irish Fest, so
Okay.
probably second week in August.
Nice.
We'll have those every Saturday night at 4 p.m. We've been
Mm.
working on this prime rib recipe. I had some of my regulars try it last week, and you're not going to have to go out of town to get a great prime rib now, guys. This thing is
Oh,
awesome. It's really, really good.
yes. I love it. So, why is it important to give local musicians, comedians, storytellers, and performers a place to share their talents?
Uh, wow, that's a good question. I just think that of the consistency of having those
Mhm.
people know they can go to 3 or 4 different venues in town, and they're
Yes.
welcome with open arms, and people come specifically to see them. I think it keeps both the guest and the musician loyal, and it's just a lot of fun to see those
Mhm.
familiar faces every week.
I love it. And Irish Fest is coming this month, and it's all about energy and celebration, Irish music. What goes into creating your part of an event like that to make it feel festive the moment people walk through the door?
Yeah, it's kind of switching. I call it St. Patty's Day mode. Where we're Irish from 4 p.m. on Friday until they stop coming on Sunday.
uh,
So it's just preparing, having a ton of product, offering
yeah,
some Irish fare. The staff
nice.
dresses up to dress Irish. We've got
Ooh,
beads, stickers, face tattoos, all that
fun.
stuff. It's a really long weekend work wise, but it's so
Yeah.
much fun and it's so rewarding. And I think this lineup, from what I've seen this year, is the best lineup. It's the 20th anniversary. Every
Oh,
who's who of traditional Irish music is in folk and poetry, and all that stuff is there. It should be a great event. We're hoping for awesome weather. We're just really looking forward to the weekend.
that's incredible. So you seem to have a knack for knowing what people will get excited about, Jeremy. How much of that comes from experience and how much comes from simply listening to your guests?
Well, I don't always know about that.
Uh,
A lot of it is trial and error. I do a lot of research online, go to Facebook and different,
nice.
social media outlets to see what some of the other venues are doing. Not necessarily in the Cedar Valley, but if they have a lot of followers, there's got to be a reason why people have a lot of followers, unless they've been in business for decades.
Right.
So I go out and look like, wow, you have a lot of followers. You've been in business for 5 years. Why do you have a lot of followers? And there's usually an event surrounding that.
Yeah.
And so we just kind of put our own spin on stuff. There's a lot of trivia and a lot of bingo and stuff that goes around, but no one's doing the Jeopardy bar league. So
Yeah.
I'm like, we need to get some trivia, but we need to be different. And
Right.
that's when, oddly enough, I got an email from the Geeks Who Drink, which is the company that puts on this Jeopardy
Oh.
program. And that's, been a thing that we've been building upon, and then listening to my guests about the meat raffles that they go to when they go to their cabin in Wisconsin. So that was another thing that just happened to
Yes.
work. And, there's other things that don't work. And so we just,
Exactly.
we latch on to what brings people through the door, and we try to make it better for them.
So, what's one event or promotion that exceeded your expectations this year?
I would definitely say the meat raffle did. I wasn't sure what to expect. I'd never been to
Yay.
one. I'd never hosted one. So it
Right.
was just kind of, doing some research and talking to a couple people that have been to one, and learning how to make it, draw it out, make it last, keep people having fun,
Yeah.
keep people buying raffle tickets, that sort of thing. And it just keeps getting bigger and bigger. We've gone from 4 bundles to 8 bundles now, so it's almost doubled in size. So that's awesome.
That's incredible. And running successful restaurants is one thing, but creating a loyal community around them is yet another. What's the secret?
The secret, I think, is just the main question is why come here?
Yeah.
Why come to Screaming Eagle? Why come to
Right.
Bootleggers instead of any other place? So
Yeah.
it's just offering an atmosphere, offering
Mhm.
the live music or the televised sporting event,
Mhm.
in the different events to have people choose us over somewhere
Yes.
else, and
Right.
it seems to be working. So
Yes, exactly. Thank you so much for taking care of me on my birthday.
it was a pleasure.
Oh my
So
gosh.
much fun.
Thank you so much. And my family had such a beautiful time. They're like, wow, that was so much fun. It was great service, fabulous food.
I love
Let's,
this. Thank you.
yes. They're like, let's do this again, Mama. I'm like, you got it.
And how about that? What 7-layer chocolate cake that you had?
Yes, thank you. The 7-layer
Yeah,
chocolate
that
cake you
thing's rich.
surprised me with. That was so good. Yummy. That was the best ever. So, your events bring together people who may never have met otherwise. How rewarding is it to watch friendships form around something as simple as food, music, or a game night?
And it's really interesting how music and game night can make strangers talk to each other. There have been
Ooh.
instances where there'd been nowhere to sit, and we had, a couple sitting at a table of four, and they literally will invite someone to sit with them that they don't even know, simply because, the commonality, the common ground is that particular event or that particular band. And there are a couple sets of couples that I've known that are now great friends, and they double date because they just simply invited each other to sit at each other's table during an event, which is kind of cool to see.
Oh, I love that so much. That's beautiful. So, community doesn't happen by accident. What do you think makes a gathering place feel welcoming to everyone?
Customer service. The first thing that you should see when you come into one of my establishments is you're greeted with a smile by one of my employees. They take care of you. They check on you. You matter to them. The people that we choose to be a part of our team has to love people and has to realize how important customer service is. That's what sets us apart from everywhere else. Is we can have consistently great food, but we've got to have the best customer service. And that's what I really, really teach and instill in our team.
And you do. Every single person who works for you is so loving, kind, and respectful.
Well, I appreciate that.
Yes,
thank you.
We appreciate you. So tell me, when people talk about Waterloo's growth and momentum, what excites you most about the city's future?
Well, I think the Courtworks initiative going on downtown over in the, the behind the John Deere Tech Works and the John Deere Museum. It's over there. That's going to be a massive thing to open. It's going to bring tremendous revenue to our community. Tremendous people downtown. It's going to fill the hotels. It's going to fill the restaurants. We're really excited about what that's going to bring to the table. We also have a couple new hotels opening, I'm hearing. And that'll also, obviously, they're going to be high quality, very high rated hotels from great companies, curated by some local entrepreneurs, some local developers. So I think it's going to be great. Those two things are going to be a big game changer. The convention center continues to do really well for us. We're very grateful for them getting our name out too. I know all of our businesses downtown are really grateful for that.
Oh yes, the Waterloo Convention Center is amazing. Have you ever had their mini donuts?
I think I probably have.
Oh, they're so good. Community doesn't happen by accident. What do you think makes a gathering place feel warm and welcoming to everybody?
Once again, back gets the customer service. It is getting taken care of, knowing they're getting taken care of when they walk in the door. Getting repeat business. People come to us and become loyal regulars because they know how they're going to get treated when they come in the door. And I think that makes me feel good when I know so many dozens of people I only know because of Screaming Eagle and Bootleggers, only because they choose to spend their time and money in our establishments. And I mean, that means the world to any restaurateur.
Wow. What's something you've accomplished recently that you're particularly proud of?
Oh, wow. That's a tough question. I think just being able to bring people together to pull off an event have my team on board with said event,
Mm-hmm.
and being able to accomplish that consistently over and over again,
Mm-hmm.
being able to, be present and pull off some of the big events that happen downtown
Yeah.
that, make us work many, many times harder than
Yeah.
we normally do.
Right.
Those are always things I take pride in. Being able to pull that kind of stuff off on a consistent basis is, not an easy thing to do.
Right.
And I'm very proud that we have the team that can do that.
Exactly. And when someone leaves Screaming Eagle or Bootlegger saying, that was exactly what I needed, what does that mean to you personally?
Oh, it means the world to me. It means that,
It's-
I did something or our team did something that they maybe haven't experienced very often.
Yes.
And that in turn brings them back.
Right.
And so the repeat business as a result of just taking care of people is what it's all about in the restaurant business.
Exactly. And you seem to have a knack for knowing what people will get excited about. How much of that comes from experience and how much of that comes from simply listening to the customers?
Probably more so listening to the customers. Live music has been a big thing in the Cedar Valley for a long time. And, in the last couple of years, there really hasn't been a lot of venues.
Yeah.
Even in the state of Iowa, there's been a lot of venues not be able to make it due to the music licensing and just the high cost of, having a band and things like that. And so we pride ourselves in being able to be one of the very few venues in the Cedar Valley that are still doing that.
Right.
And that's a lot of fun for us.
I love it. So how do you keep events feeling fresh while still giving customers the traditions they've come to love?
I think reflecting back on the nights where said event was successful, more successful than the same event on a different night, and then trying to brainstorm or reflect back and say, why was this event so much more successful than some of the others? What did we do differently? What did we do better? What was it? A specific genre of music? Was it the weather? Was it, and just looking at stuff like that and, capitalizing on it. Okay, well, when we did this worked, so let's do more of this.
Right. Let's do more of this.
It's just the trial and error and just really paying attention as to how the event's going on and being present.
I love that so much. All right, Jeremy, let's imagine you're creating the ultimate Jeremy Jones event. You can combine one food special, one live performer, one game night, one themed celebration, and one grand prize giveaway. What's on the menu? Who's on stage? What's the game? What's the theme? And what's the prize that would make it the most unforgettable night Waterloo has ever seen?
Oh, wow. That's a big party.
Yeah.
I would say, the prime rib thing's gotten a lot of buzz, and I'm pretty proud of the one that we've been able to create. So I would probably say prime rib.
Nice.
And if it's any and it's not a local musician, I'm going to say Kiss would be on stage.
Oh,
the most iconic rock band probably ever.
Right.
With the makeup and the pyrotechnics and all that. I mean, who doesn't love that?
Right. Exactly.
The game, probably anything that has to do with sports betting. I know a lot of my regulars just love to bet literally on anything sports oriented. They'll bet each other. They'll bet on the app. They'll do. So I think a sports event of some sort, maybe it's a Super Bowl or a baseball game or whatever. And I think the theme, one of the big themes we had a tropical night, like kind of what I'm wearing right now.
Yeah.
And, having maybe that be the theme, craziest shirt night. That's what we had at the meat raffle this last week is I gave a couple free drinks to the person with the craziest shirt.
I love
our regulars
it.
Came in with a button up that had rubber duckies all over it. When he walked in, you could see him before he even really got to the bar. So stuff like that. And then, to give away, concert tickets or, a state fair pass, Irish Fest pass is something that can get people to experience a weekend or a couple day event. That to me would be a great giveaway.
How beautiful. Any closing thoughts?
Just want to thank everybody for continuing to support downtown, continuing to support Bootlegger's Kitchen and Bar and Screaming Eagle American Bar and Grill. We're heading into, August being our busiest month with Irish Fest and of course our big party on the 31st of August as well. Yeah. And then we're heading into fall when it becomes fish fries and prime rib and continue some cool things. So we're excited to bring you some more live music and to keep everything rolling.
Yes, perfect. Thank you so much, Jeremy.
Thank you for having me.
Yes, my pleasure. Have a great day, everybody.
Bye, guys.